chapter name is relation. So the unit is relation and function. In this unit we having some topics. First, relation. Second, function. And third is inverse trigonometric function. This is called ITF. First topic is relation. What is relation? You already learned in class 11. You already learned these themes, same thing. In that class, relation is defined from one set to another set. First of all, we have to revise some definitions what you learned earlier in class 11. Let A and B are two non-empty sets, then every subset of A cross B is called relation from A to B. This is the definition what you learned earlier. If A and B are two non-empty sets, then every subset of A cross B is called relation from A to B. What does it mean? First of all, set. Set means a well-defined collection is called set. After knowing the sets, possible subsets, suppose a set containing two elements, 1 and 2. Possible subset is what? 2 to the power 2, that is 4. So possible subset of this set is 5. Empty set is a subset of every set. Second, 2 singleton set and set itself. So when this set contains 2 elements, then all the possible subsets are 4. That is 5, 1, 2 and 1, 2. So if you have the number of element, what are the number of element present in a set, then we can say how many possible subsets are there. That is the formula 2 to the power 2. Means 2 to the power n means n is the number of element present in a set. Now A equal to 1, 2 and B equal to 2, 3. So this set containing 1, 2 element, this set containing 2, 3 element. So here I written A cross B. This is called Cartesian product of two sets. Suppose A is this and B is this. So A cross B is how much? A cross B 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3. This is the total number of elements in A cross B. This is called Cartesian product. And when we take B cross A, then it is 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2. So A cross B and B cross A, but cardinal numbers are same, means number of elements present in both the sets are same, but A cross B is never equal to B cross A, but number of A cross B is equal to number of B cross A, we can say. And one formula is also there. You already learned in this thing. It is from class 11. Only small revision I am going to tell. Only small revision is there. So number of A is M, number of B is N, then number of A cross B is equal to number of A into number of B, that is equal to M into N. Total number of element present in number of A cross B, that is cardinal number of A cross B is Mn. So relation, what is relation? A and B are two non-empty sets. Then relation, first of all, relation is nothing, it is a rule, and rule is always defined. Relation is nothing, it is a rule, and rule is always defined. So here, if this example we take, so A is this and B is this, means 2 and 2, 4, 2 to the 4 ordered pair present in A cross B. Then every subset of A cross B means 2 to the power 4. Why? Because 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there. So 2 to the power 4 means 16 possible subsets. Then according to definition, total number of possible subsets is that number of relations. So we can say 16 number of relation will be possible, but definition may be any number. Like according to definition, here what you learned earlier, R, suppose let R is a relation, here it is written called relation from A to B. So it is denoted by, after this I will explain, it is denoted by R is a relation, R is a subset of A cross B. So R is a relation. That is, if R is a relation, means it implies R is a subset of A cross B. If R is a subset of A cross B, then we can say R is a relation from A to B. R is a relation from A to B. Here it is, R is a relation from A to B. Then we can say R is a subset of A cross B. So anywhere if it is written R is a relation from A to B, that means it is a subset of A cross B. Now here relation is nothing, it is a rule, and rule is always defined, and defined means it is defined on a set. So one set to another set, because one rule is there. Suppose R is a rule, and one more thing, if I written R is a subset of A cross B, what does it mean? R is not a real number. R is not a real number. It represent in place of any Cartesian product. It means sometime here it is P cross Q, S cross T, M cross N, whatever the Cartesian product is there, we replace that Cartesian product by the symbol R. Here it is not a real number. Why? Because if R is a real number, you already learned in class 10. So real number means it contains minus infinity to plus infinity. This collection is R, and this collection if I take, then it is never subset of A cross B, because every subset means R is a subset of A cross B means what? Subset means what? Whatever the element present in this set, whatever the element present in this set, that all element present in A cross B, then only we can say this set is a subset of this. Means every element, suppose it is written a subset B, what does it mean? It means every element of A is in B, then A is called subset of B. And if A is a subset of B, then B is a superset of A. And one more thing, if A is a subset of B and B has at least one element which is not in A, then it is proper subset. So these are the things you already learned in class 11 in set theory you already learned. So here again small revision. What is relation? Relation is what? Let A and B are two non-empty sets, then every element, then every subset of A cross B is called relation from A to B. This thing you already learned in class 11. Now one example, suppose AB belongs to R. This is also the important thing. If AB belongs to R, implies A is related to B, and if AB does not belongs to R, then this implies A not related to B. Both are same. A related to B means AB belongs to R. A not related to B means AB not belonging to R. Now See, same example. Suppose what I told, relation is nothing, it is a rule, and rule is always defined. So let R is equal to AB such that A plus B is even. What it is? R is defined. R is a relation which is defined from A to B, and from there we have to collect that number of ordered pairs which satisfy these conditions, and where we have to take the elements from here to here. So R can be what? If you take 1, with 1, 2 is there? No. 1, 3. Why? Because 1 plus 3. Here the meaning of this R is what? AB is the member of R, implies A plus B gives even. Then only the ordered pair belonging to this set. So R equal to 1 comma 3 belonging to R. Why? Because 1 comma 3 belonging to R. Why? Because 1 plus 3 is equal to even. Next, 1 2 not possible. 1 3 2 2. Yes, 2 2. 2 2 is also there, but 2 3 is not there. So in this R, in this rule, these elements, since this R is a subset of A cross B or not, you see, because when we take A cross B, then 2 2 is present and 1 3 is also present. Means the element of this R is always the member of A cross B. Means it is always a subset of A cross B. Then only we can say R is a relation. And you know that if A and A having 2 elements, B having 2 elements, then A cross B is 4, and total number of possible subset is 16. Means 16 number of relations we can write. Why? Because how? We can write 4 singleton sets, 1 2 1 3 pair sets, and next set is 1 2 1 3 2 2, like this. We can take 3 ordered pair at a time, set itself. So in this way, if you move, then 16 number of relations, 16 number of subsets is possible, and that 16 number of subset is called relation. But suppose here one more example. If R is equal to AB such that A plus B greater than 6. So what is the answer? A plus B greater than 6 means what? 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, 1 2 plus 2, 2 plus 3. 5 become 5. If R equal to, we can write AB such that A plus B greater than 5, then only it is 5. So here definitions are changed, but output is always same. So output means if this set contains 2 elements, this set contains 2 elements, means A cross B contains 16 number 4 ordered pairs, means 2 to the power 4, that is 16 number of possible subsets will be coming, and that 16 number of subset, from there definitions we can take different type of definitions, but the output is from there 16. Suppose here 5 is also there, 5 is also there, so one of the subsets of A cross B is present. So total number of possible subset is 16. So 16 number of relation will come, but definitions, here we can say definitions are any number. Definitions we can take any number. Now on set A, this you have to learn. Relation on set A means one set to set itself, means in that, here it is R is a relation from A to B. This implies R is a subset of A cross B. This is number 1. If it is R is a relation on set A, that means this implies R is a subset of A cross A. Sometimes it is given R is a relation from relation on set A cross A. This implies R is a subset of A cross A cross A cross A. So this thing you have to remember. Now what it is, relation on set A means let A is any non-empty set, and let A is a non-empty set, then every subset of A cross A is called relation on set A. That is, R is a subset of A cross A implies R is a relation on set A. Okay, suppose A equal to 1 comma 2 and R is a relation on set A. What does it mean? If R is a subset of A, R is a relation on set A, it means this implies R is a subset of A cross A. Now what is the element of A cross A? So A cross A, if I write, then 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2, this much element in A cross A. So R is a subset of A cross A means total possible number of subset is what? 16 again. So 1 2 3 4 4 elements are present in A cross A. So total number of possible subset in set A cross A 2 to the power 4, that is 16. Now R is a relation. So I already told R is a relation means it is a rule, and rule is always defined. So rule is R equal to AB such that A less than B. Now you take from there R, the value of R is 1 2 and nothing, only 1 2. So this is the subset of A cross A. That means this R is a relation. R is a relation on set A. Now if here three things: domain, again here domain, range and codomain. What it is? Domain. Since R is a relation on set A, then domain of R is equal to the collection of first ordered pair, like here A such that A comma B belongs to R. This is your domain. So if I want to ask what is domain of this R, so only one. Okay, and range, this is domain, range of R. Range of R is what? Since R is a relation then this implies range of R equal to B such that A comma B is the member of relation. Means the collection of second ordered pair, like this is called abscissa, this is called ordinate. That ordinate collection of ordinate is because the range and codomain is a set, but relation is a set of ordered pairs. Now what is a codomain? Codomain means second set. Codomain of R equal to set, second set. Second set is what? Here it is A to A, so second set is A. So in this example we can say codomain is A. And this is also very important thing what I explained. R is a relation from A to B means R is a subset of A cross A cross B, and R is a relation on set A means R is a subset of A cross A. and R is a relation on set A cross A, means R is a subset of, suppose this is X, so X cross X. Clear? After this, types of relations. Types of relations. Types of relations is what? First is universal relation. Universal relations. Since let A is any non-empty set. So since A cross A is a subset of A cross A, we can say every set is a subset of itself. So therefore R equal to this A cross A, we have to take it as R. So in place of A cross A, we write R is a subset of A cross A. What does it mean? If R is a subset of A cross A, means R is a relation from A to A, means relation on set A. So when the value of R is equal to value of the value of R, that is A cross A, is always a subset of itself, that is A cross A, then this R, this A cross A here, R is universal relation. See one example. A equal to, suppose same example where I written here A cross A. So this R equal to AB such that A plus B less than 5. Now you see sum of 1 1 1, this is coming 1 3 1 2 2 1 2 2, all the entries coming here. So 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. So this is what? A cross A. So we can say R is a subset of A cross A. So here this R is called universal relation. Now second, empty relation. Empty relation, null relation, or we can say void relation. Since same thing, A is a non-empty set, then we can say phi is a subset of A cross A. So here R equal to phi is a subset of A cross A, then this R is called empty relation. Empty relation. Now see one example. Suppose same definition what I have taken earlier. R equal to AB such that A plus B greater than 5. So you having an example A equal to 1 2. So no two ordered pair whose sum is more than 5. So here R is equal to this. So this is a subset of A cross A. Therefore the R is called empty relation on set A. Next, number 3, identity relation. Identity relation, this means let A is a none empty set, then the relation earlier I taken R as a relation, but in place of R here the specific notation is there, IR. IR is equal to such that A comma A you can say this A comma A such that A related to A, or we can say for all A belongs to set A. This is identity relation. Like A equal to suppose 1 2, then IR if I write identity relation on set A, then it is A. If IR I written, then it is identity relation on set R. This is IA. IA means relation defined on set A. So 1 1 and 2 2. So if A having 1 2 element, then 1 1 and 2 2 belonging to IA. Suppose A is equal to, or you can say B equal to A B C, then if I want to ask IB, then AA BB and CC. This is your identity relation on set D. Some confusion regarding between identity relation on and reflexive relation. So later we will discuss that thing. First of all, some more relation is there, that is in number 4, some more relations. Let A is any non-empty set. Suppose A I have to take A, B, C, or you can say 1 2 3. Then and R is a relation on set A. What does it mean? If R is a relation on set A, what does it mean? R is a subset of A cross A. This is the meaning. If it is a relation on set A, that means R is a subset of A cross A. Now, and then R is called number 1 reflexive. It is called reflexive. When it is called reflexive, if A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to set A, or A related to A for all A belongs to A, then this R is treated as reflexive relation. So here, that is why I am telling you the confusion in between. There is a confusion between identity relation on reflexive relation. So just clear it. You take just that example, all squares, we can say square is also a rectangle, but rectangles we cannot say it is a square. Why? Because in the case of rectangle only opposite sides are equal, and in case of square all the sides are equal. So in place of rectangle, in place of a square, we can say it is a rectangle. Why? Because only we take the opposite sides, but rectangle we cannot say it is a square. So all these squares may be rectangle, but all rectangles are not a square. So that same thing, all the identities are also reflexive, but all reflexives are not identity. Like this, suppose R is there, R is a rule AB such that A plus B, suppose I have to take the relation, reflexive relation, like 1 1 2 2 3 3. So here, according to the definition, 1 is present in set A, so 1 1 is present, 2 is there, so 2 2 is there, 3 is there, so 3 is there, and this is also IR also. We can say it is IR 1 1 2 2 3 3. So here almost identity relation is also reflexive, but if I write 1 1 2 2 3 3 and 1 2, then it is only reflexive. It is not identity. Why? Because 1 is there, 1 1, 2 is there, 2 2, 3 is there, 3 3. Then it is reflexive. Other than this, if something is there, so no problem. But here in case of identity, there must be 1, then 1 1, 2, then 2 2, 3, then 3 3 is only present. Then it is IR and this is reflexive. So this is the confusion. So in between reflexive relation and identity relation, you must take care. Now after that, number 2, symmetric. So this R is called symmetric relation. If AB present in R, then it implies BA is also present in R for all AB belongs to A. For all A comma B present in set A. So we cannot write in ordered pair, because ordered pair belonging to in Cartesian product. If I make like this AB, then it is ordered pair. So individual elements present in set A. So next we can say if A related to B implies B related to A for all AB belongs to A, then R is symmetric. So R is reflexive, symmetric. Now third is transitive. Third, it is called transitive relation. Transitive relation. If A, you can say let A, B, C belongs to A, set A. If 3 elements are there, then AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, then it implies AC belongs to R. For all A, B, C is a member of set A. What does it mean? That is, A related to B and B related to C implies A related to C for all A, B, C are the member of set A. So this is called transitive relation. Means A related to B and B related to these two will be there, present. This relation is there. So if these two are present, then you have to check A related to C or not. You have to check only, like parallel relation. Suppose L is parallel to M, M is parallel to N, then it implies L is parallel to N. So lines which are parallel to the same given line are parallel to each other. So we can say L is parallel to M, M is parallel to N, then it implies L is parallel to N. So this parallel relation is transitive relation. What about perpendicular? In case of perpendicular, L1, suppose L is perpendicular to M. Agreed? After that, M is perpendicular to N. Like this. This is L. L is perpendicular to M. L is perpendicular to M. M is perpendicular to N. So what about these two? These lines are what? Perpendicular? No. It is a case of 2D. It is not the case of 3D. Because in 3D it is possible. Because ordered pair lying in plane. So if, see here, one line is parallel to, suppose L is parallel to M and L is perpendicular to M and M is perpendicular to N, Then what about L and N? L perpendicular to M, M perpendicular to N. So what it implies? L parallel to N, not perpendicular. So perpendicular relation is not transitive. Subset relation. Okay, A subset B, B subset C, then we can say A subset C. So subset relation is also what? Transitive. So here all the three relations I explained, and that relation which satisfy all the three, that is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, that relation is called equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. A relation which satisfies reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity, then it is called equivalence relation. Now take one example like parallel relation. What it is? Every line is parallel to itself. Every line is a parallel to itself, so it is reflexive. Why? Because L is related to L. Second, symmetric. L perpendicular, L parallel to M implies M is also parallel to L. So L parallel to M, then it implies M parallel to L. So parallel relation is symmetric. And the last is transitive. Transitive, L parallel to M, M parallel to N. So it implies L parallel to N. So it is what? Transitive. So here the parallel relation satisfy reflexivity, symmetry and transitivity. So this parallel relation is equivalence relation. You just go through all the video where you having problem. You just I already given so many times. My WhatsApp number is there, 94313222162. You just take the photo and just send to me, and where you having problem you can ask. And I already given some assignments related to relation that you have to solve, and when the school will open you have to bring that assignments in a file. Means day wise, just you make first relation topic is relation. So what are the questions related to relations that you have to given put in that assignment and bring to me. And any doubt, anything, if you feel I having problem, you just without any hesitation you ask. I already given WhatsApp number. You take the photograph and just send, and do hard work, because so many periods we already lost. So please take care, stay home, don't move here and there by taking holidays. You have to do your all the assignments. It is not only math, all the assignment like physics, chemistry, whatever you having subjects, you have to do yourself. Okay, next day we will discuss the questions related to relation. Thank you.